Ah, Muppets. Some people look at them and are immediately terrified by them. Others love them and think they're cute, funny, and harmless. But are they really? Because there are quite a few scary theories out there surrounding the Muppets. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the Top 10 Scary Muppets Theories. So the Muppets were created by Jim and Jane Henson in 1955. From there, they created numerous television episodes and movies. Starting off this countdown, we have the Muppet system. Someone out there created a theory that all humans can be classified using a Muppet system. They believe that we are either Chaos Muppets or Order Muppets. Chaos Muppets are emotional, out of control, and more aggressive, whereas the Order Muppets are neurotic, organized, and controlled. From there, it's said that if we understand what Muppet class that we identify with, then we can better understand each other. It also states that Chaos and Order Muppets tend to date and marry each other. For example, Miss Piggy is said to be a Chaos Muppet, whereas Kermit is an Order Muppet, making them the perfect pair. So, what do you identify as? Are you a Chaos or Order Muppet? I think I'm definitely an Order Muppet, but let me know in the comments below. Moving on to number 9, we have the deadly ending. This theory suggests that the happy ever after featured in the Muppet movie never actually happened. In fact, they believe that all the Muppets died at the end of the film. So let's look at the facts. In the ending scene, Gonzo crashes into the rainbow scenery. As a result, it comes crashing down. There's no way that the Muppets could have survived that. They would have been crushed by it. Then on top of that, an electrical failure causes a light to explode and blows a hole in the studio's roof. Again, it seems like they conveniently dodged death. Or did they? The explosion causes a rainbow to shine in through the hole in the roof. Then, all of a sudden, Kermit and others are joined by tons of other Muppets that weren't previously there. So they believe that, in fact, the explosion caused all the Muppets to die. They are then greeted by their friends to help them into the light. If you notice, the Muppets that appear in the last scene are all the characters that haven't made an appearance in a long time. AKA, those characters are said to be the dead ones in the franchise. So, in fact, the Muppets died and they are met with their other dead friends who take them into the afterlife. In our 8th spot, we have the screening room. So let's stay on the Muppets movie for just another second. There are numerous scenes where the Muppet characters seem to conveniently dodge death. Well, this theory states that they did die and were taken to a place called the screening room. From there, they watch a movie on how their life would have gone if they did survive. Basically, it's a way for them to rewrite their own ending, giving themselves a happier outcome. And that's what we as the audience are watching. Moving on to number 7, we have the Muppet World. So it's kind of weird how the Muppets live alongside humans without them even questioning it. It seems like humans accept them as if they're just a normal part of society. Well, this is when the next theory comes into play. The theory states that the Muppets come from another world that directly parallels Earth. But this world has a much longer rotation around the sun, which is why the Muppets are never shown to age. In this world, humans and Muppets live in harmony. They just both exist at the same time and it's completely normal. In our 6th spot, we have the Muppets' origin. So this is a theory on how the Muppets came to be. One Reddit user posted saying that the Muppets were created as a result of an experiment gone wrong. So they think that years ago, Gonzo came to Earth from space, since in the movie Muppets in Space, we find out that Gonzo is indeed an alien. Anyways, he abandons his alien planet and comes down to Earth. From there, he falls in love with a chicken named Camilla. But he knew it would be wrong for him to love a chicken, since he's an alien. So as a result, he called down 2 other aliens from his planet, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Dr. Beaker. From there, they made a machine that would turn Camilla more like his species. But the experiment went wrong, and as a result, it didn't just mutate Camilla, but it mutated thousands of others in the vicinity. For example, a frog mutated into Kermit the Frog, and a pig mutated into Miss Piggy, so on and so on. So from there, the Muppets were born. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the human Muppets. Okay, so am I the only one that finds it weird how there are just a couple of Muppets that are clearly humans? These are the Swedish Chef and of course Statler and Waldorf. They don't really seem to fit into the Muppets world since all the other Muppets are like animals or monsters or creatures. Well, there's a theory out there that these individuals purposely had their souls placed into a Muppet so that they could live for eternity. Statler and Waldorf were two senior humans that just didn't want to die. So they had someone create a puppet that looked like them, and then they put their souls into the puppet. Now let's take a look at the Swedish chef. He is kind of super weird. Like, he looks like a human puppet, and then all of a sudden he just has real human hands? Well, being that he's a chef, he didn't want to lose his cooking abilities. So he traded his ability to talk in order to keep his human hands, so he can still cook with no problems. In our fourth spot, we got Gonzo the Psycho. So Gonzo is clearly in love with Camilla the chicken. But there's something that's problematic with this. Not just the fact that she's a chicken, but something else. He is shown at times to chase after other chickens that aren't Camilla. He's just not sure which one she is. Hello? If you're in love with someone, wouldn't you be able to tell them apart from others? But nope. This theory states that Gonzo just has a general love and obsession with chickens. He captures chickens and holds them captive. If that chicken dies, then he just grabs another. No matter what chicken he is with, he will always call them Camilla. Coming in at number 3, we have Muppetism. This theory was created by the Reddit user Dude with the Face. Theory goes that Muppetism is a term used when humans give birth to Muppets. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. They believe that Muppets were created by humans. So, theory states that Muppets are born when they suffer from a genetic mutation. Muppetism is said to be passed genetically through families. This is demonstrated in the Muppets movie. In the film, Gary is a human and his brother Walter is a Muppet. In the movie, as they started to grow up, Gary noticed that he would grow, but his brother wouldn't. But they both have human parents, meaning that the humans gave birth to Walter, who suffers from Muppetism. In our second spot, we have the puppet syndrome. This next theory states that the Muppets aren't real, but are controlled by people that suffer from puppet syndrome. Basically, this means that they don't identify as humans. Instead, they are 100% convinced that they are a puppet. As a result, they live vicariously through the puppet they are controlling. Which, I mean, this is kind of a real thing. There are some kids out there that are too shy to speak on their own, so they use puppets to speak on behalf of them. But in this case, they never detach themselves from the puppet. They are the puppet. And in our number 1 spot, we have the lost episode. Theory goes that there is a lost episode of the Muppets somewhere out there. Story goes that a young bellhop working for the Books Hotel ran into a guest carrying a VHS. The VHS read, "The Muppet Show Lost Episode." Being curious, he snuck into the man's room and stole the tape. But little did he know the horrors that would await him on this tape. This episode was apparently a Halloween special. He claims that the episode starts off with Kermit screaming at the audience. From there, Miss Piggy yells, "I'll show you how to make a Halloween special." She then grabs a propane tank and shoves the valve in Kermit's mouth. The Swedish chef also makes an appearance where he cuts open Camilla the chicken and realistic guts and gore are splattered everywhere. The episode ends with Kermit the Frog taking his own life. Yikes, that sounds like a terrifying episode. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shoutout section. I'll be shouting out more comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Times People Disappeared. Wes Gunton commented, "Who did Lindsay steal the t-shirt off? 1, it's too big. 2, it's AC/DC, way before her time." Okay, first off, I got the shirt from a thrift store. Second, I like AC/DC, okay? I'm a fan of their music, and I'm into classic rock. My age does not dictate my music preferences. Hey man. Courtney Yearwood commented, "Shout me out, Lindsay. I love this channel." Hey Courtney, thanks for your love. LPS Tommy commented, "Once I almost got lost at Target with my cousin. Fun times." Don't worry, I almost got lost at Walmart too, and that was just last month. No, I'm kidding. No, when I was young, I almost got lost at the mall, almost being like my mom was right there, but I couldn't see her and I panicked and she was right there the whole time. But yeah, no, it's pretty scary. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. Order puppet. In this world, you do.